Good morning. Well, it's still morning my time. It's probably not morning your time anymore. But I wanted to share a quick takeaway, just kind of something that's weighing on my heart this morning after doing my personal development. So I've been reading this book, The Best Yes, about making wise decisions in the midst of endless demands. So really awesome book, and I kind of feel like, of course, she has like one main topic, but there's so many little gems within this book that is driving me crazy. So this morning, where I was reading, she mentioned something that I could just totally relate to my life, and I just really want to share. So she shares her own little anecdote that goes with it, but I feel like part of the reason it's weighing on my heart is because I have an experience myself that helps me connect and understand what she's talking about. So she talks, well, the line that really sticks out to me is, we will steer where we stare. And for me, the reason that stands out so much is because last fall I took a motorcycle training course to get my motorcycle license. And when you're making turns or like U-turns or just like even in a curve, what we were taught is to look where we want to go. Well, when it's the first time you've ever been on a motorcycle and it's on two wheels and you feel like you're just going to fall over all the time and you're going into this curve, you want to naturally look right ahead of you, just like straight in front of you. Well, if you look straight in front of you, you go straight. Or either when you try to turn and you're looking straight in front of you, you like cock the wheel and you fall over. I'm not speaking from experience. But if you, like, if I'm, this is going to be hard to do on a video, but if I'm starting here, all right, and I want to end up in a U-turn next to where I started, then as I start that curve, my head needs to be turned completely to where I can see that ending point. Otherwise, I won't make that full U. So when you're in that curve, you have to be staring where you want to steer to. And so when you start thinking about that and applying it to your life, it really, like, just, I don't know, it starts to blow my mind personally. But it gives me this concept of recognizing that, okay, just like when I was on the motorcycle, it was easy to be afraid to look over my shoulder. Like, I'm no longer looking in front of me. When you're taught to drive, you're taught, look at the road, look in front of you, right? Look at where, where you're going, meh. But look in front of you so that you aren't going to hit anything. And so here I am, little me, trying to look over my shoulder where I want to be going, and I'm terrified that I'm going to see something or miss something in front of me and like hit someone or whatever. Well, that fear is really easy to let it overtake us. And instead of letting that fear overtake us, what we have to do is have that vision, have that perspective, and see where we're going. So if you have that vision, if you know where you're trying to get to, so like in the motorcycle example, the end of this curve, then you can be looking towards that. Now, it doesn't mean that things might not pop up in front of you along the way, but you can have that vision to see where you're wanting to go. And that vision, or even like that mantra, helps set your day, helps set your path, right? So when you wake up in the morning and you know what your vision is, you know where you're trying to get, and you're looking there, you're not, focusing only on that, because there's other little controls you have to do within the meantime. But if you're looking at that, that helps you set your mantra for the day. So you have the option to control where you're steering. So are you going to have your vision be continual negativity and disappointment because that's maybe what you felt in a moment today or a moment yesterday? Or are you going to let that vision really just open your mind and open the possibilities that you have and thinking about positivity and opportunity and like your drive and your passion and what gets you going and keeps you going every day. Because without that, if you're focusing on this moment, if you're looking at the ground in front of you, which might be this negative moment or this tough spot, or, just we all have those really crappy days, right? So if you let yourself live in that moment and you're only staring at the pavement right there in front of you, then you're not going to be able to lift yourself up and lift yourself out and keep that vision to get through that curve and get to that end destination. And that end destination doesn't have to be like, where you put the motorcycle in park. It can just be like that next road sign, right? But that's what we have to remember every day, is that we literally, I gotta keep my S's right. We steer where we stare. And so if you are staring at the possibility of life, then that's where you're gonna go. But if you're staring at the disappointments in life, then that's where you're gonna stay. And none of us want to be stuck in those moments, in those disappointments, in those downtrodden feelings. We want to thrive and glow and love this life that we've been given and the opportunity we have to live every day. So, today's Monday, and most of you probably have like half your day left. I still have a whole bunch of day left. Living in Alaska is awesome. But I encourage you to take that with you today and throughout this week to find that thing to stare at to get you through those tough moments and to find that positive vision and positive mantra to push you through. So steer where you stare and stare in a good place so you can steer to a good place. Okay, have a great day. Bye.